Hello, beautiful creative soul, and welcome back to another episode. This is episode 13 of Chakra Care for the Creative Soul. Hello, my name is Pollyanna Blanco, and I'll be your host today. I am a Chakradance coach, creative midwife, quantum energy healer, transformational teacher, and author. And I've co-created this show because I want to help busy creative souls like yourselves, busy lightworkers like yourselves, to care as much for yourself as you care for the world. And today's show is actually dedicated to a viewer. And today's topic, we're going to be looking at what's really behind your yes, but when it comes to co-creating the life that you want. This is very near and dear to my heart too, and I will share that with you as well. And I know it speaks to so many people out there in these shifting times. It's one of the biggest moments that we all are being called forward to navigate when we experience it, as we all do. So I want to just start off by talking about uncertainty and change and transitions. When we are moving through transitions in our life, when we are stepping forward out of those stuck places in our lives, it is very normal to experience some moments of, or extended periods even, of anxiety, worry, and around uncertainty and about not knowing what to expect next. And yet, for my own journey, I've been learning that it is those moments where we feel the inspiration and say yes, and then there's another part of us that kicks in and says, but, ... and you fill in the blank. For example, but I can't, or I'm not sure if I'm ready, or I don't know enough yet, or I'm not ready to, or some other variation on the theme. And this can happen to us along the way. It doesn't matter how long we've been on an inner spiritual awakening journey. It doesn't matter how much inner healing work we have done, because where this but comes from after we receive that intuitive hit, that divine inspiration, is from the ego mind. And the ego mind is always going to be there. Regardless of some teachings out there that we can just get rid of it, wouldn't that be nice? Or not, maybe. Because really, the ego mind, I like to think of it as being like a bodyguard that is just doing its job, and it's up to us as we grow in our awareness and begin to cultivate the witness in ourselves, this ability to notice what we're noticing, that we then become more practiced and comfortable and available to the ego in a whole new way. We begin to rebuild a whole new relationship with and to our ego. When we first discovered that the ego is causing us the suffering, we probably do want to get rid of it. We probably go away, leave me alone. We try to outrun it, right? And then when we start to realize it's not going anywhere and it's just on a loop, it's going to do its best job to keep us safe by telling us things that scare us, by causing us to worry, experience anxiety, recycle the past, project the past into the future. When we stop resisting that there even is this aspect to our experience here in this cosmic jumpsuit, and we start to embrace it instead, accept it, and thank it for the job that it's doing really, really well, then we can begin to let go of that tension that creates the yes but energy, that tension of opposites. Another way to think of it is that inner polarization, that need to be looking at things as either black or white without any gray in between, the need to have a winner and a loser and compete, or have a conflict over, which will be louder. one of the most powerful things I've learned on my inner awakening journey was from a psychotherapist who shared, when I was caught up in a lot of yes but energy a number of years ago, that it doesn't have to be either or. It can be, I'm happy and inspired about this, and I'm feeling sad about that. So when this yes but energy comes up, and this is really at the heart and soul of the show today, it's because it's so common. It's so common for us to experience tension. And I'm just going to take a moment and share, in a very general kind of way, the feedback from one viewer. And this show is dedicated to you. You know who you are if you're listening live or on the replay. And I'm just going to pop my glasses on here so I read it accurately. I'm not going to read the whole thing to protect her confidentiality. However, I am going to share that one of the things that sparked for me in her email and her comment was that, and impressed me so much, is that for a lot of us these days, it's so easy for us to be in survival brain, meaning that we drop into a lot of anxiety, worry, and fear. And to have the willingness and the commitment to honor that deeper knowing, that deeper desire in us to want to do the inner work, to be willing to self-reflect and become self-aware, is bar none the most important choice and commitment we can make to ourselves. And when she started to embrace this in an even more expanded way, she shared with me that a lot of positive things that had started to shift and change. And I knew about these things beforehand because she had shared some of these with me. And when she first talked to me about them, it was like it is for a lot of us, that it sort of felt like a pipe dream, like wouldn't it be nice if, but because of the survival brain messaging, there was, if you think of it as a radio dial, the yes wasn't even there. The yes was like a distant wish, and the but was so loud because it seemed impossible, and it was being reinforced by the ego that was trying to keep her safe, as it does for all of us. And she shared with me that I'm excited and grateful for this opportunity. And I felt so overjoyed when I heard all the things that she had talked about wanting to co-create in her life that seemed not really entirely possible. And a month later, after recommitting to her inner work, they had become manifested, they'd become possible. And she said, I'm excited and grateful for this opportunity, but also have my yes, but moments. And so my heart goes out to you because, in full transparency, I'm going to share with all of you that I experienced something similar. I'm just going to finish sharing what she shared with me right now and then move into that. She says, I just finished watching a past live stream you did, on the Witness Talk Radio YouTube channel. I think it was from October 22nd. And you said some things that were really spot on for me. I feel excited for this new change, but I think my mind kicks in and causes me a lot of worry because of the uncertainty. And so thank you so much, beautiful creative soul, for sharing that with me, for taking the time, to really gift yourself with that awareness and to take the time to share that with me. I really appreciate it, because one of the things, in full transparency today too, I mean, I've been on this journey for over 20 years, and I've been learning a lot along the way. And at the same time, I think what makes me unique, as I see it at this moment in time, is I feel like I'm still in the trenches with a lot of you, as a mentor and as a coach, because I'm still working full time, as some of you know. I've been an educator for 26 years now in the public school system here in Toronto, and I've loved every moment of it. And at the same time, since the pandemic, and with certain shifts and changes in our school community, and the needs that need to be serviced by us as educators, the demands have increased exponentially, and there are lots of movable pieces that are continuing to shift and change as we speak. And then I'm doing that in tandem with building my own private practice. And I only share that not to promote myself or anything like that, but just to paint a picture, because while I've always enjoyed teaching and continue to enjoy it in the classroom, in the high school classroom, as a visual arts teacher, at the same time, I have this creative soul in me that is excited to and inspired to create so much more beyond that, because that actually what keeps me juiced up with joy for the classroom and have all my eggs in one basket. And there can be a lot of demands, especially emotionally. And I'm going to focus there for a moment, as I know there are for a lot of you. Perhaps you are in a job that's become increasingly demanding, and like the viewer whose comment I just shared with you has been able to step out of perhaps an experience into an even better one, an improved one. And this is great, and this is a positive stride. There's still this fear, doubt, and hesitancy coming up, this yes but energy. And myself, today I almost didn't do this show, and it's because the last 2 weeks before the holidays, I, as a high school teacher, I really feel it. I really, really feel it. And over the past several years, I felt it in a way I've never felt it before. And this year, I learned from last year to really recognize the signs that I need to reinvest in my self-care, to restore the sacred to it, and to really catch myself in this yes but energy. Because what I've come to realize along the way, and it, if you're sort of straddling two worlds, which is very common when you're expanding beyond who you thought you were and told yourself you were and believed you were, there's going to be some wobbles, and there's going to be some tension and some resistance. It's just normal. How do we navigate it? Rather than trying to make it go away, the question is, how do we navigate it? And so what I can share with you that has helped me so much be here today to share what I'm sharing with you, because like I shared a moment ago, I almost didn't, because my but was becoming louder than my yes. And it was that I literally needed to remember my why, remember my vision. You see, behind the yes but energy is a learning to trust ourselves. It's a learning to really get clear on our greater vision and mission, our why we're here, our passionate action. And when there's any fear, hesitancy, and doubt around that, that's where we have these openings for the but on the radio dial system. The volume goes up on the but, and gets turned down on the yes. And now that I have started to recognize that pattern, for example, this morning I took extra time for self-care before I came on the show with all of you. And I really listened to myself, and I really embraced those parts of me that were feeling, maybe I'm too tired. Maybe I just need a day to myself. Maybe. And I honored them. I allowed them to be there for myself, with myself. I didn't try to fix them. I didn't try to make them better. I didn't try to make them go away. I didn't judge or criticize them. I just invited them to be seen and heard, and to self-soothe, and to recognize that it's okay. I can feel those feelings, and I can also remember that as I'm going through this moment, I'm reflecting on that email from that listener, and I'm choosing to focus on the fact that I have this opportunity in front of me to share all of this with you, to let you know too that you're not alone. Simply put, when you experience yes but energy, as I did this morning, as my um, listener shared with me recently that she did, as I know we all do, the key thing is to really listen to the yes. Feel into the yes and ask yourself, what is behind this yes? What is what feels expansive here? What is lighting me up? How am I being called to serve? Because that yes, for so many of us on this path, is connected to service. And also, that service starts with serving ourselves first, because we can only give to others what we give to ourselves. So that starts with accepting and embracing the bud energy, the hearing it out. It's almost like a child that's having a temper tantrum, and is feeling unseen and unheard. Meet that aspect of you as it shows up. And then the yes is like the divine parent that recognizes, okay, so what do you need from me right now? Do you need a little more time to rest? Do you need to laugh? Do you need to go for a walk? Do you need to be in nature? Do you need for me to validate you in some way, and take the pressure off? Because a lot of times, as I shared earlier, that bud energy is connected to the ego mind that is also often not only trying to protect us, it's trying to protect us from a moment frozen in time, often connected to our childhood, where our childhood, precognitive under the age of 8 brain literally had a moment where it was feeling unseen and unheard. And so we learn to, in order to stay safe, to not listen to ourselves. And this is why the listening piece is so important when the yes but energy comes up. It doesn't mean we have to take a choice from the but energy. And this is where I think a lot of us get tripped up. We have the yes, which is the divine parent holding the clear vision over here, and the but energy representing the ego that's just trying to keep us safe, because there's a part of us that feels unseen and unheard, and it's often frozen in time. And as soon as we begin to connect, accept, and the attune to the divine parent, and accept the but energy of the ego mind and the frozen child self that has felt seen and unheard, and listen to it, and then begin to move that energy. There's so many ways you can move it. You can move it through singing, through dancing, through sounding, through breathing, through just allowing the moment, the present moment, to be as it is without trying to fix or make it better. This is how we begin to take those two poles, the yes and the but, and begin to bring them back into harmony, back into sacred union, because when we are in that moment where we're able to show up for ourselves in that way, this is a profound act of self-love, profound act of self-acceptance, profound act of knowing that all is well. And so today I'm going to guide you through an experience that my intention is it will support you if you're experiencing any yes but energy in your life. Because one of the things that I know, that when we make a choice from that but energy, we take a decision that's based in that limitation, that fear, that hesitancy, that doubt, that that momentary forgetting of the power of our yes to take us beyond our comfort zone, beyond where we maybe would naturally gravitate to if we didn't have that expanded awareness, that expanded presence, noticing what we're noticing. That's where a lot of us take decisions that keep us stuck in pain loops and in struggle. And there's that saying, 2 steps forward, 4 steps backwards. And it doesn't have to be that way. When we can recognize that, and this is what I did this morning, when I could literally recognize, after hearing everything that my butt energy had to say to me, that my reason for doing this was because I care so much about other people stepping forward, as each of us steps forward and honors, our yes in a way that doesn't leave us stressed, then we make this a much better world. And, oftentimes it just means taking some of the pressure off of ourselves. It means just accepting that there may be some aspects of us that are not fully on board because of all kinds of reasons, which we'll kind of move through in the practice today. And to know that it's okay. We don't have to force them to be on board. We don't have to white knuckle it. We can just know that, and at the same time, we can continue to step forward. We can continue to serve. We can continue to trust our yes to keep us in alignment with the life we came here to co-create, the life we came here to live. And that yes really is a divine yes. That yes is from that expanded sense of self. In fact, we have so many, this is something I really wanted to share today. I'm glad it came back through again. I never take notes. I was gathering inspiration before I came on the show. And one of the things I really wanted to share is that we have many, many different versions of ourselves, and they're all on different timelines. There's at least 12 versions of you. And, one of my daily practices now is to affirm that I'm commanding my choice and my light to be on the highest possible timeline that I can be on today. And so oftentimes when we have that yes, it's because there's another expression of ourselves in this multidimensional universe that is like, hey, we've already done it. We've already been there. We've got this. Listen to me. I'm showing you the way. And that butt energy might be from another aspect of you that's still shrouded in shadow and hasn't done as much healing work. And so this is where, if we want to be the change we see in the world, like Gandhi said, it starts with, more than ever this month, understanding the power of your yes to unify you and to restore that harmony and balance within by taking a balanced approach to accepting all of ourselves without judgment, with compassion, and with kindness and tenderness. And in so doing, as we begin to restore that within ourselves, then we create this ripple in the outer world that just makes it so much more possible for that polarization that's being mirrored back to us in our outer world to hold the space for that to restore harmony and unification and at oneness ultimately. Okay, so I'm going to just check and see if there are any comments in the chat, and then I'm going to go into the practice today, and I'm just curious to see if there's anyone here. I know I didn't advertise today's episode very far in advance, and I'm going to recommit to doing that because I would love to hear your comments and just connect with any of you who happen to be listening on the replay during the live stream. I know we all lead busy lives, and at the same time, together we are better. So what I will invite you to do is comment below this video, whether you're watching it on Oneness Talk Radio YouTube or Facebook, or even my Multidimensional Muse channel on YouTube, and just take a moment to share. I invite you to share with me, how do you navigate yes but energy? Have you experienced yes but energy in your life? And when have you felt perhaps really proud that you followed your yes? Because one thing I'll share today before I go into the practice, one more thing. I always keep saying one more thing and one more thing. Well, this is the last thing before we go into our practice. And that is that once I recommitted to my yes today, and I honored those, like I said, those other parts of me that were hesitant, and I really embraced all of it and reaffirmed the yes, the universe affirmed and mirrored back to me it on so many different levels, from emails that I read to things I checked in with. I even went to Shri and Kira's app today, which I encourage you to get. It's awesome. And I read the message for today, and it was yes, yes, yes. In fact, let me pull it up here. It's just so awesome because it's a great affirmation for all of you too, if you're listening to this live or on the replay. I'm going to just share this with you now. And it's a free app, everyone. I encourage you to get it. The Yoga of Self-Ascension daily inspiration for today is: you have said yes to who you are. You have said yes to the universe. You have said yes to service. And you have said yes to the divine. This is from Archangel Zadkiel, living in the fifth dimension. Thank you, Archangel Zadkiel. Thank you, Shri and Kira. Thank you to this wonderful Ascension app that after I recommitted to my yes, what a beautiful soul mirror. So I hope in sharing that with you in this now moment, if you followed the breadcrumbs here to this show today, that it is a beautiful affirmation for you too. Hand on heart. Okay, so I'm going to guide you into a guided practice today, and I invite you to get comfortable in a place where you will not be disturbed. And just let's begin by placing our hands on our heart and starting with 3 deep Ave-Sa breaths, just to begin to create some sacred space within. Gently closing our eyes, feeling the warmth of your hands on your heart and the warmth of your heart on your hands. And we're going to breathe in a beautiful Ave as we open up to our divine presence. Pausing. And then on the Sa, we're going to exhale and surrender to that divine guidance, wisdom, knowing in us, while allowing a smile to form on our face. So I invite you to join me in 3 Ave-Sa breaths to anchor this practice. Thank you. Ave. Sa. Ave. Sa. Ave. Sa. Beautiful. And now I invite you to begin to imagine, see, sense, or intend a beautiful golden light from high, high above your head beginning to form. And within that beautiful golden light, I'm going to invite you to see, sense, or intend a beautiful theta symbol. This will look sort of like an oval or an egg with a line through it. And this sacred symbol is going to support us as we call it in to clear any interference energy, any static on the line, any worries, fears, hesitancy, self-doubt around the power of our yes. And we're going to also add, I feel guided to add, and you can add other colors of light in as you feel guided to. I just feel on behalf of the call today to add in some magenta violet light and also some blue light. So the Holy Father magenta ray of unconditional love and support, and the aquamarine Holy Mother light, as these are the divine parents and they are guiding our divine yes to help reveal to us the greater vision and mission and reason and being for us here now on the planet, supporting, nourishing, and guiding us as we step out of our comfort zone to feel seen, heard, trusted, loved, and supported in every way, so that we may move forward knowing that we are not alone as we step into the life that we want to co-create. And also calling in the Golden Ray Seraphim. These are the high angels that are beyond any dimensions of duality, any polarization within ourselves, that hold the pure vision of our soul essence self beyond any confusion energy, beyond anything less than at oneness, harmony, balance within. So beginning to breathe this beautiful golden ray energy down into the crown of our head, allowing that illuminated crystalline theta symbol to begin to move down with the light, releasing in our crown chakra any limiting beliefs, thoughts, questionings that might be creating static on the line today. And then continuing to call in that beautiful golden ray energy and golden light, and breathing it down behind our eyes and our third eye chakra with the theta symbol, releasing any distorted, limited perceptions around what is possible for us, perhaps how we see ourselves or others. And then continuing to breathe this beautiful golden light with the theta symbol down the central column, this chakra pillar, into our throat chakra, and beginning to release any and all unspoken or unheard, suppressed truths, any aspect of ourselves that perhaps we've maybe muted or put on silence, anything that's been left unexpressed. Perhaps it's an emotion, a thought, a memory that would serve our greatest growth and activate our greatest healing so that we can step forward later today, as well as our ability to listen to ourselves and others beyond the level of our stories that would seek to keep us stuck in pain loops. And then continuing to breathe that beautiful golden light and that theta symbol into our heart chakra, beginning to release any hidden private griefs, unresolved griefs, any longings that have kept us wanting rather than having that which we know is our birthright in this now moment, that have kept us from fully embracing our yes. And then continuing to breathe that beautiful golden light and that theta symbol into our solar plexus chakra, releasing anything that would seek to pinch off our connection to our joy, any feelings of being unworthy of that joy, undeserving, any thought forms around having to work so hard and that joy is out of reach, any power struggles we might be engaging with that keep us seeking and chasing and or giving our power away is what I'm hearing to people, places, things, circumstances outside of ourselves that have been perpetuating. And I'm feeling it in my throat chakra right now. Perpetuating, I'm hearing the lies, the half-truths, the swallowed truths, because it starts with honoring what's inside of us first, being honest with ourselves, speaking the truth to ourselves, that our power and our joy are connected to that. And then continuing to breathe this beautiful golden light into your sacral chakra and with the theta symbol, and releasing any and all judgments, criticisms of self, lack of self-acceptance around choices, past choices, any unforgiveness that's in there, any sense of not being enough, any sense of guilt, like free range guilt, not tied to specific, perhaps incident, but perhaps tied to over functioning or over giving, or any sense that we are being overindulgent if we take time to care for ourselves, and there any imbalances there. So just allowing any of that to soften and release. And then breathing that beautiful golden light into the root chakra, along with the theta symbol, and releasing any and all anxieties, fears, worry about the future, and if the past will repeat itself, and if things are going really well right now, when the other shoe will drop, and any sense of not having even the right to be here is what I'm hearing for some people on some level. Again, we're like layers of an onion is what they're guiding me to say right now, because we might have been on this journey for quite some time, and there might be some shame in there that there's still an aspect of me, if I'm completely honest with myself, that still feels, sees, thinks in this way. And the key is to embrace this aspect of ourself to love this aspect of ourselves back into the light so that the shame can just naturally fall away because it's the illusion. So taking a moment to really breathe in all that you've just opened yourself up to, acknowledging, seeing, embracing all of these but energies, all of these energies that may be creating interference on the line for you and pulling against your yes, and perhaps creating some fear, doubt, and hesitancy in you. Just thanking them for bringing you to this now moment, for inviting you to engage in this process, this co-creative process with all of you that is willing to see with greater clarity all that you are and all that you are in this moment, and how it is empowering, divinely empowering you to align with that which you truly most are and what you most want to co-create in your life. And now now that we're at the root chakra, we're going to begin to move back up the chakra pillar by validating and affirming the truths in your yes. I'm going to invite you to begin to see this root chakra, this human chakra, begin to glow a beautiful red as we begin to move the theta symbol. You can play with it and move it in whatever direction you feel called to move it in. This crystalline illuminated symbol, mixing with the red and the gold energy. You can almost see it as a flame, affirming, I deserve to be here now. I am okay just as I am. I am loved just as I am. I am so happy that I am here now with all of myself. I am ready. And then beginning to breathe your awareness and this light and the theta symbol into your sacral chakra, beginning to see it glow a beautiful orange, mixing with that golden light and spinning that crystalline theta symbol, affirming, I love, accept, and approve of myself. I forgive myself. I am creative. I am a co-creator. I have intimate, loving, kind relationships. It starts with myself. I'm loving, kind, and intimate with myself. And that ripples out into all my other relationships with other people, with the earth, with animals, with the cosmos. And then continuing to breathe your awareness up to your solar plexus chakra, seeing that beautiful sunny yellow human chakra of joy come online. Seeing that theta symbol spinning in that yellow golden fire. And affirming, I am joy. I am empowered. I am worthy. I am divinely worthy of choosing in alignment with what my highest expression knows is for me in this lifetime, and I trust it. And then breathing your awareness up into your heart center, seeing that beautiful emerald green and pink light begin to dance with touches of aquamarine turquoise from the higher heart, this beautiful pyramid of light beginning just to form with the theta symbol. See it moving, bringing everything online, this beautiful triple flame of light, gold, pink, blue, and then the emerald from the heart chakra. Perfect balance. The four. I am loving. I am loving to myself. I am loving to others. I move forward with an open, grateful heart that is compassionate to myself and to others. I release into the love that I am, and I know my heart to be true, and I soften into that knowing. And then beginning to breathe your awareness up into your throat chakra, along with that beautiful theta symbol, crystalline theta symbol, seeing that turquoise blue, sky blue light begin to glow in this golden blue flame, affirming, I am real. I speak what is most real for me. I honor what is most real for me. The real in me recognizes the real in others. I am authentic. I listen as much as I speak in balance and harmony with myself and others. And my words anoint this now moment with truth. And so it is. And then breathing that beautiful golden light back up into your third eye center with the theta symbol, spinning it, moving it, allowing it to oscillate as you see this indigo light mixing with the golden light become a flame. And affirming, I now see clearly. My intuition is loud, and I listen, and I trust it. And my inner seeing, my inner visioning is something that guides me even when there is nothing in my outer world at this now moment that might affirm it to be so. I trust my inner vision to guide me into the spaces and places and be with the faces where this can emerge, this vision can emerge as most real by honoring it in this now moment. And I continue to breathe my awareness into my crown chakra, seeing that violet golden flame emerging, that theta symbol moving, spinning, as I affirm, I am connected, I am clear, I am a clear channel for the divine, I am online with the divine, I trust my divine yes, I embrace my divine yes, I am the divine yes in this now moment. And then breathing your awareness up about 8 inches above your head to your soul star chakra. Beginning to see this chakra in whatever color you feel called to envision it as, with the golden light, as a beautiful flame emerges here. And in this moment, I invite you to take a private, personal moment to connect with a message from your deepest knowing in this now moment, a message that's specifically for you, that only your highest presence, your 12D self can share with you, that has come through the clearest, cleanest, purest channel of light and truth and love for you to claim in this now moment. And all I will share in this now moment is a quick prayer and blessing that it may amplify your commitment to your yes so you can serve the light of your deepest knowing as you feel called to, divinely called to, on earth in this now moment. And continue to, as it emerges, to sustain it, to breathe it, to live it, to know it beyond a shadow of a doubt. I'm going to offer you a moment to do that now as I provide a little bit of music. And now feeling the warmth of your hands on your heart and the warmth of your heart on your hands. Breathing in this awareness. Thanking yourself for showing up, for some sacred self-care, for witnessing yourself, for honoring your yes to be here. Sending you so much love and light as you gently begin to open your eyes and come back into this space. Thank you for all that you are and all that you came here for. It's an honor and a presence to share this time and space with you. Wishing you infinite creative blessings and infinite creative love and abundance. Be well, beautiful creative soul.